Hello everyone, this is Night Beast and welcome to my first ever Minecraft survival series. So this series will revolve around the survival aspect of Minecraft and how to basically play the game in survival mode. The UI pack which I'm using right now is called the Fly UI pack, whose link I'll be mentioning in the description down below. Just a quick mention that we'll be playing this on Bedrock Edition, so if you're from Java, no issues. We'll be playing this on hard difficulty, no seed and cheats off. Since the 1.18 update, there are some major differences in the terrain. So if you are a veteran, there will be some differences in the visuals. So I will turn the show coordinates on and turn the fire spread off. So now into multiplayer, turning the multiplayer game off, no texture packs applied, difficulty set to hard difficulty, and let's create a world. So this series will end when we defeat the Ender Dragon as well as the Wither, so nothing much here. So it seems like we have spawned inside a dark oak forest. So let me just find a proper place to give the introduction and just to explain how this series will go ahead. This is much better. Usually there are two main ways of starting off in Minecraft. The first path is to raid a village so that you have some basic resources so that you can go ahead inside the game. Whereas the other side is just starting off with your own. This series will be starting off with our own, so we won't be going and raiding a village because sometimes finding a village can be a bit difficult, and if you're doing it on yourself, it will be better for the long run. So let me first find a proper place to start off the game where we'll be cutting down our first tree. So let's see. Alright, this place seems good enough to start off. It has a good sea, river over here, a good terrain and a small little lake on this side. So let's get started off over here only. So the first things first, we'll chop down a tree, which is like the first thing you should be doing when you load a world. Let me just get myself some more logs and we'll craft a first crafting table. If you're on Bedrock Edition, it's way easier to craft items, whereas if you're in Java, you'll just have to memorize each and every recipe, or you can just use the recipe book. So let's craft ourselves a wooden pickaxe. Now just craft only one wooden pickaxe. The reason why I'm telling you this is because you can just instantly upgrade to a stone pickaxe and tools. If you just dig anywhere, literally anywhere, just 3 blocks or 4 blocks, you'll get stone, from which you can get cobblestone later on as you proceed. Now if you're spawned in somewhere like a desert biome or a badlands biome, it will be slightly deeper because it will be covered by sandstone over there. But stone is present everywhere. Just dig at least 3 blocks beneath you. You'll find stone. And what I usually like to do is perfectly mine 3 cobblestone first. As you can see. Once mined, I'll make a stone pickaxe. I'll preferably keep that wooden pickaxe later on to be used as fuel. So if you think it's totally useless, no, it can still be used as a fuel. So maybe if you have to smelt something, like maybe some one log to make charcoal or something, you can use it for that. Then just mine out some more cobblestone over here, as we'll be requiring it for other tools like an axe, a shovel and a furnace. Furnace is pretty important. So let me just get some more cobblestone right here. Okay, that's fine. So let me just make some tools over here. First craft the sticks. And one thing which I want to tell you is just don't make a sword. Like later on maybe you will require it during the enchantment time, but for now I don't prefer using a sword as an axe does it fine, believe me. An axe does a lot of damage, maybe equal to a sword, and it's really fun. You're getting two benefits in one tool, so don't go for the sword. It will just fill up your inventory. Believe me, even like one item in your inventory can fill everything up. That sentence didn't make any sense, but you get my point. Preferably, most of the time I just like to collect a lot of food at the beginning so I don't later on have to go out again and again to collect wood. Preferably because later on when I'm going caving or something, it becomes a nuisance that you have to come every time up on the surface to get some sticks to make torches and all this stuff. Since our wood collection is all done, let's find a proper place to build. Okay, that stone area seems a pretty good place to start off a proper base. Preferably most of the time I don't recommend just building a wooden house or even a dirt house to be precise. Just make a hole and just live over there. If you have found a cave or there's a cave nearby, even better, because you literally don't have to mine stuff over there. You just have to seal some of the stuff which you can use dirt, and for rest of the things just use torches to light up stuff. One thing which I do want to tell you is that if area is not lit properly, that is it's pitch black or it's really dark, hostile mobs can do spawn over there. Now since our cave is ready, let's just make a door over here. Now one thing which I want to point out is that on hard difficulty zombies can break the doors. So if you really want to be safe in your house during the night time, just make sure to seal off your doors or else they will enter your house. So let me just mine a little bit deeper. Okay, so we have found coal. Let me just set up the furnace right now. Furnace will be using a little bit later to cook food and all the stuff. Now these are called as the ore blocks. If you mine it, you will get coal, which can be used to power your furnace and craft some torches. Now torches are used to spread light. That's what torches do in real life too. You can just prevent hostile mobs from spawning here and there. So when you're going for mining, or I prefer to call it caving, you have to carry torches. Two things: firstly, you can't see in the dark properly. Second of all, you need to stop mobs from spawning over there. So let me just craft myself some torches and I'll just light it over here because it's getting a bit dark from the inside. If by some chance you are not able to get yourself some coal, what you can make is charcoal, for which you have to just smelt a wooden log, and you will get something called as the charcoal, which looks similar to the coal, which is same as coal. You literally can make anything which coal can make. For example, torches, campfires, anything which involves coal can be substituted by charcoal. But most of the time you won't be using charcoal as coal is really abundant. After the update of 1.18, it can also spawn at really high altitude, so not much of a deal. Since it's getting dark, I'll just seal it from here and we'll work on the base a little bit more now and some upgrading to done. So I'll see you after some time. I'll just mine all this part out. The next video will be based on how to mine and stuff, so most of the time it will be of mining itself. So see you after some time. The music which you just heard right now was not from some audio, or I've not clipped it inside or edited it. It's something called as the cave sounds, which are there in the game by default, which plays when you're in a really dark place most of the time, and it's sometimes creepy. So since I am mostly done with like expanding it, I like to decorate it a little bit, just make it a cozy little home, not to just make it like a ruin. Since I'm done with like expanding on stuff, so let's get on to the mining session. Let's see, first let me just this exposes outside. Let's not go outside today, let's just stay inside. Okay, so let's go down. This is a usual method which I use, but first we need to have some ladders. So let's make ourselves some ladders. Now ladders are not full blocks, so you can place it at the sides. So let me just mine 4 or 5 blocks straight down, and we'll just place ladders and just go down. So let me just get myself some cooked food part I'll just explain it later. Now here's the proof. You can actually use that wooden pickaxe for fuel. It won't last as long as the coal does, but it's some fuel, right? The highest fuel or the best fuel in the game right now is a lava, basically a lava bucket. You here, and let's just mine. The reason why I'm making extra pickaxes because I just don't want to create many more crafting tables later on. So let me just make a cozy little place to start off with. Now when I was recording it, I literally don't know why I was so scared and I was climbing the ladder and then mining, because if you're climbing a ladder or you're on a ladder right now, the mining speed decreases. If you're even like cutting down wood, the speed just decreases a lot. So preferably don't do that. Let me just, most of the time I just make 3 small caves at the beginning and just go down from that side. So 1 left and 1 to the right. I thought I heard some noise over there. Now getting back to mining. This is the exact reason why I told you, you should carry more pickaxes than just 1 pickaxe. So just keep on placing torches in between, just don't make it a really dark place, just to be sure. Don't take the risk. So let me just make some places over here. So these are the 3 directions we'll be going and mining later on. The mining episode is going to be very brief, it won't be that much complex. I will be just touching some of the basic stuff and nothing much will be there for that part. But I will also be making another video which will be explaining to you how does ores and all the stuff work, and it will be most of the time just sort of like a theoretical lecture in a college. It's just theory which you just have to know later on, and it's not really you have to memorize stuff or anything. Just keep in mind, because once you just get used to it, like the feature, the mechanics of the game, you really don't have to worry about remembering stuff. So let's see, I think so we should get some food, maybe because we are running really low right now on food. So let's just see, let me just, okay, there's a spider over here, so let me just kill it. Okay, that one spider's hit took 2 hearts. Now spiders are generally hostile during night or inside a cave, and when it's day they are not hostile, they are really passive during the daytime. So yeah, okay, let me just get this shit over here. Now one of the major thing you have to craft at the beginning is a bed, so that you can pass out the night and just save your respawn. So suppose if you die anywhere, you respawn at the main location where you had spawned in this world. If you have set your respawn location with a bed, you will spawn right next to the bed when you die. But suppose if you just remove that bed, you won't be respawning there, you'll be respawning where you had spawned in the world. So let me just make myself some 3 wood, which you can get by just killing sheep. Sometimes in villages they do spawn, and you can also craft wool using a lot of string. Let's get back to the base, and yeah, so let me just cook this. Now if you're eating raw meat, it won't recover that much hunger meter, but if you're eating cooked food, it will recover some more. Now in my opinion, the best food resource is cooked beef or cooked pork chop, but most of the time when you're making like small farms of animals, I prefer making a cow farm because they also give you leather, which will be very useful when you're doing enchantments and stuff, because you'll be requiring to make books for bookshelves, for which you'll be requiring leather. So make sure you're not passing out on leather anytime. So let's get started with the farming aspect of Minecraft. So let me just clear off these 2 trees over here. Okay, so getting started for farming, we should require a hoe. So craft yourself a hoe using stone and sticks. Okay, so let's make some chest. Now this is a chest 101. If you put a single chest, it's called, well, a single chest. If you put 2 chests, it's called double chest. With double chest you get double the storage. So let's put all the necessary stuff over here. First of all, we need to plow the grass over here. So just step on the dirt or a glass block. It works on some other blocks also, but if you stomp on these special blocks, it will get converted back to dirt, so make sure you're not stomping on it or jumping. So let this land get set for some time. Now we require seeds to plant over here, which you can get either from village chests or just mine some grass here and there. So let's plant this over there. Once this land turns dark to these 3 blocks, you're good to plant it over here. Now if you stump over there, the seed will be returned, so you can use that again. If you break leaves, you'll get the saplings of that specific tree. For example, we have birch and oak. Now let me just decorate the base a little bit. Use some logs to make it look like pillars here and there. Then we place it properly over here. And just decorate a little bit more using stairs, so it looks better. Now let me just fill in with some wooden planks. So let's craft some wooden planks over here. So our base is ready now. It's properly lit. No issues over here. So yeah, that's it for this video. Now there isn't much for the survival aspect. One thing is, if you break that bed, you won't be able to respawn near that bed again. So you have to make sure you have set your respawn point properly over here. So that's it for this video. So in the next video we'll be looking at the mining aspect of Minecraft, the caving system and all that stuff. This episode was mostly on the basics of Minecraft, and sorry about the audio as I'm just getting started off. So in the next episodes we'll be discussing about mining and how to mine ores and all of the caving stuff. So until the next episode, stay tuned.